I need you to understand that this drug that you keep feeding on, you keep fucking putting yourself into, it's destroying you mentally, emotionally, physically. This drug is just taking you away. It's dragging you into this place, this hellhole. And you can no longer get yourself out of because you've gone too deep. You fell in love with marijuana. You bought all the lighters. You bought all the pipes. You bought bongs. You bought papers. You bought enough papers for the rest of the month. You bought weed enough for the rest of the month. And this is why I say you are in too deep. In too deep to the point where you can no longer escape your addiction. You accepted the fact that you're going to be an addict, marijuana addict forever. You are in too deep. Now, there's only one way out of this. In order for me to get out of marijuana, I had to really want it. I had to really put myself in a position where I no longer associate myself with marijuana. I no longer put myself in that position where I have to smoke all day, every hour, every minute. And see, the real challenge is that me escaping this addiction. But the easiest way I found is getting away. I don't want it anymore, and I'm not gonna do it, and I'm gonna fight to not do it. And you put yourself in that position where you're like, I don't want to do this, so I'm gonna try my best to not do it, and I'm not doing it, and I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna smoke. I'm not gonna talk to nobody that smokes. I'm not gonna engage into smoking. And if somebody offers it to me, I'm gonna say no. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I do not smoke. All right. So that's how you have to approach your addiction. You have to approach your addiction as if nobody else can help me. Nothing can help me. No course, no person can help me. I can do this myself. You put yourself in a position where you can escape. Because you put in your position and where you're in too deep. You're putting yourself in a deep, deep hole where you can't escape because nothing feels the same anymore. Nothing else feels like it should. You smoke and you go into this fairy tale. You go high up in the clouds, right? You get high. You feel better. Dopamine is shooting up. But then when you come down, you need to try it again. You need to do it again. You need to do it again tomorrow because you don't feel it anymore. You want to do it, but you can't do it because you got work or you got school or whatever. But you're put in your position where you're in too deep, where you can't escape it, where it's like, oh, I do it once a week, one time out of the week. I'm not in too deep. I'm good. But you're still doing it. You're still an addict, and you're still doing it. Next week you're gonna do it again. Next month you're gonna do it again. Next year you're gonna do it again. Right? So you're in too deep. And the only way to get out of this is for you to not want it anymore. Don't cherish it. Don't acknowledge it. Don't even pay attention to it. Move on and live on. Get yourself somewhere where it's safe. And here, go somewhere where you are away from the thought of marijuana. Because your addiction thoughts, Mr. Slick, that's his name. I don't know if you've seen my previous videos, but the Mr. Slick is the person inside here, your little guy who's telling you, you know what, this day just gets worse and worse. I'm stressing out. I need a blunt. I need to smoke some pot. I need to smoke some weed. I need to get high as a kite. I'm tired of all this bullshit. And then you smoke weed, and then you're in too deep again. Then you start another cycle of smoking and smoking and smoking and smoking and smoking because of that day, because you were so stressed out. I got fired from work. There you go. That's a good example. I got fired from work. And then you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to smoke a blunt because I'm tired from work. I just got fired. I don't like it anymore. I don't love this life anymore. I'm gonna smoke weed, mellow out while I find another job. But really, it's like you're just giving your excuses to give in into your addiction. And what you need to do is really, really just live your life without this addiction. Live your life without smoking. Because if you can't do a basic human task, you can't go to work, you can't go to school without getting high, you can't do anything productive while you're high, then that's you. You're in too deep and you don't want to change. The only person who wants to change is you, right? You have to change. You're the person who needs to change you because you don't want to change. You're in too deep. You're giving yourself excuses. You're talking about, oh, I'll quit next week. I'll quit tomorrow. I'll quit after next month, after next year. But you're just going and going and going and going, and it just never stops. So what I want you to do is really pay attention to your wants and your needs. What you need to do is tell this little motherfucker to shut the fuck up and stop giving in. Stop putting yourself in a position where you can't go back to being sober. You can't go back to being normal. So you need to be 100% wanting not to smoke. You don't need it. You don't need it. You want it, but you can't want it. So try not to want it. You don't need it, but you do want it. Because needs and wants are different. You need to drink water or else you'll be dehydrated, right? You're treating your marijuana usage as a need, which is a want. And you're confusing the two. A need is water, food, clothes, shelter, whatever, right? And then marijuana is a want, but you're confusing it with a need, and it needs to be a want. So you need to stop wanting it and start associating that addiction as a want, not a need. I don't need it. I don't want it. And that's how you stop. By not wanting it, by not acknowledging it, by not cherishing it. And that's it.